Hello there, my Virgo collective. I hope you're having a fantastic day. Oh my goodness, Virgo, what are you doing? You've been a little quiet. Oh, sweet Jesus with the Libra vibe. What are you doing? Libra's hoodwinked you, or you've hoodwinked a Libra. Ooh, someone thinks you're vain. Okay, so you could be dealing with Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. Okay, so what's up here, Virgo? You've been awfully quiet. So who's hoodwinked who? Who's hoodwinked who? Ah, you both hoodwinked each other. Oh my goodness. This is when two people ghost each other and don't even realize they've been ghosted. So, I don't know, not much of a communication vibe there. Ooh, there's been a disagreement. There's been a disagreement. Ooh, look at that. The Three of Cups there to the Four of Cups. So you weren't somebody's particular favorite, or you realized that you weren't particularly someone's favorite. So you weren't invited to the party. You weren't invited to the party. Again, with the Eight of Pentacles with you. Some of you just have a shitty fucking job. Okay, so what's up, Virgo? Eight of Pentacles is the Page of Swords, the Empress. There to the Ten of Swords. Ooh, there's the Page of Cups. Page of Cups to the Queen of Wands to the Pisces vibe. Over top of that is the Leo vibe. Lord have mercy. Some of you are watching way too many rom-coms, or this is the type of relationship or partnership that you're in. It's a kind of a breakup to makeup. You get back together when one partner does like the grand gesture. So, I don't know. Someone hasn't bought the gift, or someone hasn't apologized. And now y'all are stuck. Work, love, life vibes on this, Virgo. I don't know if you're cross-watching for a Virgo. I don't feel like Virgo's in this energy. I feel like Virgo wasn't invited to the party. But, I don't know. Take what's yours and leave what's not. Someone has, like, plenty options and plenty opportunities, and they're always looking for a new option or a new opportunity. So, if you're in this type of a vibe, you're the person of the moment, but you're not. Someone's always looking for something or someone better. It's that type of a vibe. I don't know who's hoodwinked the fuck who. Who hoodwinked who? Or some of y'all, you both sort of hoodwinked each other, and now it's fucking insignificant. So it's when two people decide to ghost each other at the same time, and neither one of them realize they've been fucking ghosted. So it's kind of like, what's the fucking point? You know what I mean? Yeah, you both ghosted each other at the same fucking time, and you don't even realize you've been ghosted. This is messy. It's messy, it's inconsistent, and for some of you, it's the same old fucking same old. It's the same old same old. The Chariot, the Five of Pentacles, there's the Lover's vibe, and there's the Four of Pentacles. Yeah. Someone knows every cheesy scene from every cheesy fucking rom-com, because the song you're getting on this is, you've lost that love and feeling. Whoa, that love and feeling. Someone really, their expectations in romance are based on rom-coms. But there's a reason why there's no sequels or rom-coms, because the same problem that caused a relationship to not work was never addressed. Someone makes a grand gesture, they get back together, and the same issue that fucked up the option and the opportunity to begin with is still there. So no one really solved anything. I mean, with this, someone's always looking for a new option or a new opportunity. Work, love, life vibes on this. I mean, for fuck's sake, you could be a bartender or a barista in this energy. Or you could be dealing with the bartender or a barista in this energy. Your life ain't a rom-com, and there's a reason why there's never a sequel to rom-coms. Because it'd basically just be a repeat of the first fucking movie. Because there really is no resolution energy. So there's the Page of Pentacles, there's the Two of Wands, there's the Ten of Pentacles, there's the Four of Wands, there's the Seven of Swords. Virgo, someone doesn't follow through with their expectations with you. But I feel like it's the same expectations that everyone else has. And they never follow through. So you're literally like number 4 on this shit. Or it's the same fucking vibe. I don't know that you could call this a player energy so much as it just kind of is what it is. Some people are just in and out of relationships or partnerships. They're not really interested in focusing on one. So you can't say it's a negative, but you know, if you're wanting to get into a relationship or partnership with that person, or you're about as significant as every other person that's come before you when it comes to this person and how they view relationships or partnerships. So it seriously is. How do they leave their exes? Work, love, life vibes on this. Because honestly, with the Empress energy showing up here, it could be a work vibe. But getting into your energy, you've been awfully quiet. But I feel like you and Libra have ghosted each other. But it's two people that's ghosted each other. But it doesn't really mean anything because neither one of them were paying attention to each other anyway. So that shows you really the significance of the relationship or partnership. Before you even get into the reading, right? The Hangman, the Six of Cups, the Three of Wands. I don't know. Go West vibes with you. Sweet Jesus. Go West vibes with you. The album is Tiger Lily. You keep pulling Tiger Lily. I love that for you. But, I mean, that could literally be the Go West Depeche Mode song. Is it Depeche Mode? Endings and new beginnings, but the significance of it. Yeah, there's a reason why there's no sequel to rom-coms, because it's basically the same fucking movie, because there really is no resolution. Mindful of that last grand gesture, because it really just kind of is that. And someone spends way too much time. They're basing their romantic relationships or partnerships off of rom-coms. But this could totally be what the fuck you do for work. Because honestly, that Queen of Pentacle vibes, if you're in whatever the fuck you do for work, model, artist, curator, director, writer, producer. Someone isn't a player because they don't really have relationships or partnerships. I mean, some people are just only interested in dating. So the significance of this is you're just like everyone that came before you and everyone that'll come after you. But, I mean, it's not a player vibe if you're dealing with someone that doesn't want a relationship or partnership. So what's your expectations on that relationship or partnership, and why do you think you're necessarily going to be different than every other person when it comes to that option or that opportunity? It might seem a little cold or callous, but I mean, if someone tells you that they're not interested in relationships, then they're not interested in relationships. Or if this isn't a romantic vibe, it just kind of is what the fuck it is. So this is someone that goes through a lot of assistance. This is someone that goes through a lot of friends. They go through a lot of people. They like a lot of variety. It's not given a player vibe if they're really not interested in like the traditional Ten of Cups. So this is literally somebody that tells you they're not interested in a relationship or partnership. This just kind of is the way it is. So, I mean, it's not a player vibe. It's what's your expectations. Two people ghosted each other, but it was such an insignificant I mean, that's the whole fucking point of this. Neither one of these relationships or partnerships were significant enough for you to even realize that you both ghosted each other at the same fucking time. So that's about how emotionally invested either one of you were in this situation. Yeah. The reason why there's no uh, sequel to the rom-coms is because it'd be the same fucking movie. Because the same issue existed. One person just does the grand gesture. So, makeup to breakup vibes here. Oh, I mean, Virgo, if you're dating, that's not feeling like a negative vibe. It's someone that just dates. They just date. They're not interested. They have their own sort of thing going on, so they're just date. They date. They date a lot of people, or they're a very social person. So it's not a player vibe so much as you're gonna be just like the ones that came before you and the ones that came after you. So you literally ghosted somebody, and you both ghosted each other at the same fucking time, and neither one of you realized it. So whatever the fuck this is really is not as significant as what either one of you think it is. So, I mean, that's kind of says enough in and of itself, doesn't it? Oh, you Virgo. No wonder you've been so fucking quiet. Go West energy with you. So keep it happy, keep it optimistic. West is kind of the sunset vibe, so it's like endings and new beginnings, but for you, I feel like it's a positive. One of you could actually be a writer or producer or something like that, and you're wanting to redo, I don't know. Those of you wanting to, it's like redo a rom-com. The sequel to a rom-com would be the same fucking thing. Because the original problem in the original movie was never taken care of. Someone does a grand gesture, oh wow, apologize, make up, and it's the same old, same old. So, definitely a no X vibe. Soul's window, listen to what speaks to your soul. Purpose, passion, and truth. I don't know who hoodwinked who, but sweet Jesus, it's like two people ghosted each other at the same time and neither one of them really realized it. So that's kind of the significance of that relationship or partnership. Ace of Wands, the Queen of Cups, the Ten of Cups. Those of you dating somebody that seriously is not interested in a traditional Ten of Cups. Someone is over romanticizing a situation. I don't want to say someone is a player because honestly, if you date somebody and they basically tell you that they are not relationships, they are not interested in a relationship, and they just date, because that traditional Ten of Cups is not something that they're interested in. You can't really call them a player if they tell you that they're not interested in a Ten of Cups. They don't want that traditional type of a vibe. Because you kind of know it's someone that's never had a Ten of Cups, a traditional Ten of Cups. That's not what they're interested in. They just date. This could also be someone that's kind of LGBTQIA plus. It could be someone that isn't. Their relationships or partnerships are different than like the traditional Ten of Cups. So someone isn't as traditional. It's not a player vibe. It's just someone that isn't interested in that. So they have a lot of relationships. They have a lot of partnerships. They have a lot of friendships. But they go through a lot of relationships or partnerships. Because it's not a player vibe. That's not given a player vibe. Because you're just going to be like everybody else. So, I mean, so those of you with the expectations, some of you need to do that dating wise, just so you're going on a lot of dates without expectations. Because whoever has the expectations aren't going to be met. Because it's the same old, same old. Yeah, thank you, Spirit. There at the Wheel of Fortune. Kind of like there's a reason why there's no sequel to rom-coms, because it's basically be the same fucking movie, because they never resolved the first issue in the relationship or partnership. It's the grand gesture without any resolution. If you're in film, sweet Jesus, don't remake a rom-com, because it's the same old, same old. Someone isn't a player if they're not interested in that Ten of Cups. But some of you might not understand that. Because that's almost given someone could just be asexual. Or just because they have a lot of relationships or partnerships doesn't mean it's like a passionate vibe. Or it's someone that's just, I mean, they're just not interested. So, Eight of Wands, the Magician, the Knight of Cups to the Eight of Cups, there to the Full vibe. Whatever the fuck this is, you're gonna be like the people that came before you and the people that came after. So it's someone that dates a lot. So those of you that think you're gonna, I don't want to say a player, but it kind of comes across that way. Those of you that think you're gonna put a ring on the player's finger and things are gonna be great, not really. Especially if they told you at the beginning that they do not want that traditional Ten of Cups. So someone is over romanticizing something, and I mean, it's not a player vibe. It just kind of is what the fuck it is. So I don't know if you're dating a Virgo. Virgo, if this is someone that you're dating, quit over romanticizing something and be like realistically, I mean, whatever the fuck this is. Those that don't want the traditional Ten of Cups, someone isn't going to change their mind on that. And for some of you, that will be what creates the ending in that relationship or partnership. But this is a person that doesn't, I mean, they've never had that. So that's not what the fuck they're interested in. So take your time with something. You're not special. You're not going to be the one that changes the vibe on this. So that's from the romantic perspective. For some of you, someone is just everything changes. They like the fact that everything changes. So they go through a lot of assistance. They go through a lot of people. They like the newness of options or opportunities. Those of you in a family business, it's the same fucking vibe. It don't matter where you're at or what the relationship or partnership is. Everyone is just basically the same. This is so boring, but it kind of is. What's the expectations? Some of you, it's way too over romanticized. Because they're not the player. It's not a player vibe. But you can't put a ring on the player's energy and think that they're going to be that sort of happily ever after. And someone is watching way too many romantic comedies. There's a reason why there's no sequel, because it'd be basically the same fucking movie with the same grand gesture in the end. Because they never really resolved what the issue was at the beginning. So, fuck the grand gestures. Someone tried the grand gesture and that didn't even work. Two people ghosted each other at the same time and didn't even realize they were both ghosting each other. So that tells you about how significant that relationship or partnership was. Lord sweet Jesus, Virgo. No wonder you've been so quiet. If you're in film, someone literally wants to redo a fucking rom-com, and it's basically the same fucking movie. Because they didn't resolve the issue in the first fucking movie. It's all about the grand gestures, but fuck the grand gestures in this situation. I don't know, sit your ass the fuck down. It's a waste of time, energy, and attention. Pull that focus on you. There's something with the West vibes with you I like. So, But you're giving that Go West, that song. Western Girls, ba-dum. You got that song. You're pulling Tiger Lily. I love that album for you. I don't know why that keeps showing up, but I love that for you. Sweet Jesus. Good luck, God bless, take what you'll see. What the fuck isn't on this? It is not that deep. Yeah, someone thinks you're vain. But, I mean, not really. Because it's not a player vibe if someone isn't interested in the fucking Ten of Cups. So some of you need to have that conversation like way early on so you don't waste your time. Because that's not a player vibe. Someone just isn't interested in that Ten of Cups. Because they've never been in a Ten of Cups. So, yeah, the specifics on that. If they haven't put a ring on the finger, they're not interested in putting a ring on a finger. You're not going to be the exception to that. Because that's not what someone's wanting. Be that a romantic vibe or friendships or whatever the fuck. It's kind of pulling an asexual. So, they're not a player. You might think of them as a player, but not really. They don't want that Ten of Cups. Because they've never had that Ten of Cups. That's not something that they aspire to. That's not something that they're interested in. That could almost be a religious vibe as well. So maybe some of you, that's a conversation you need to have if there's a religious difference here. Because honestly, the High Priestess energy is kind of given if there's a difference of religious beliefs when it comes to that Ten of Cups. I don't know. You ain't getting a ring on the finger. So don't waste your time on that. But they're not a player if they told you that that's not even what the fuck they're focused in. So they're just always focused on themselves. There with that Aquarius star. So they've never had a Ten of Cups. You're not going to be the exception to that. But they're not a player. Interviews, auditions, and those of you, I don't know, Virgo, I feel like with you, dating should be kind of weird. Or dating could feel a little weird. I feel like you could attract a lot of attention, but I don't know, mindful of those that are looking for that Ten of Cups. Is there a dating app that precisely tells people that these are people that date and are not interested in a traditional Ten of Cups? Maybe focus on a dating app like that, or create that dating app where it's like there is not going to be a traditional Ten of Cups. It could almost have like a religious vibe to it. So I don't know, for fuck's sake, some of y'all need to have those conversations before you even get that emotionally invested in a relationship or partnership. And those of you, your partner isn't going to change their mind. So some of you, that could be why the relationship or partnership ends. You're like the ones that came before and the ones that'll come after. So it's I mean, whatever the fuck it is, but it's not a player vibe. You just weren't paying attention when they told you they didn't want the Ten of Cups. But those of you, if that's a religious thing, oh, maybe date somebody that shares that sort of the same sentiments that you do. Whoever the fuck keeps watching rom-coms, there's a reason there's no sequel, because it'd be the same fucking movie, because I never resolved the first issue. So, for fuck's sake, don't repeat the rom-coms. Alright, peace, love, and light, Virgo. I like this. Interesting.